All right, hello. And here is your assignment overview for the week of January 11th through the 15th, 2021. So these are going to be listed in order. I'm going to flip back and forth between Google Classroom and explain each one of these. The first one is vocabulary lesson 8E. So in Google Classroom, hey, wait, you need to go somewhere else. In Google Classroom, it says Monday. This is a suggestion. Everything is still due on Friday, but you have your assignment here, and then I also did the read aloud as I usually do. And so that is standard, like most other weeks that we have done vocabulary 8E. Next, we have two more articles. One is about Michael Jordan, A Profile in Failure. And the other one is a Langston Hughes poem, Mother to Son. So you'll find those on Common Lit. And so if I look at the assignments and I pull up our class, hopefully. So last week, you did Laura's Key and Sweet Difficult Sounds. You'll have Michael Jordan, A Profile in Failure, and Mother to Son. Some of these questions are really hard, so you are getting credit for putting your best effort forth on these assignments. I'm not taking the grade scores that you get on each question. So please do your best. And so you'll have each of these as I suggested in Google Classroom. Oops. You'll see like, hey, maybe Tuesday you'll do Michael Jordan, and then Wednesday, Mother to Son. So that is what those are going to be looking like. Popping back over to our overview slide. Now we're going to have some questions on The Girl Who Could Fly for chapter 17 and 18. So in Google Classroom, you'll see those listed here. You'll also notice that there is a Flipgrid option. So if you would prefer to explain your answers verbally on a Flipgrid video, rather than writing them down, you're welcome to do that. If you're like, oh, I don't know, how do I do that? If you go to the Flipgrid, there will be an example there for you. And let's see if I was good enough to leave that Flipgrid tab up. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Oh, here it is. So it'll be The Girl Who Could Fly, chapter 17 and 18. There is a very non-flattering picture of me, but watch the video to have the example of how you need to explain your thinking and your knowledge on Flipgrid. So let's see if I can get back to the right tab here. So there's also a Google Slide version. So if you'd rather write your answers on a Google Slide, you're welcome to do that as well. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll give you a peek at what this looks like. So for chapter 17, you'll be creating a summary. And the questions are, if you were to give this a title to this chapter, what would it be? Tell me a little bit about what happens in the chapter. That should be at least 3 sentences about what happens. Tell me about what your favorite part of the section of the book is. And what words did you learn in this chapter? So, and then in the original page, it said draw a picture for something that represents the chapter. Because this is digital, you can do that by copying and pasting an image from the internet. One of the easiest ways to do that is by clicking insert an image, and then you can search the web for it. And if it was like the mold in chapter 16, I could say gingerbread cookie cutter. because that's what the author uses to describe what the mold looks like. So if this were me, I would take this picture and then I would insert it there. So that's how you can go and take care of that. So that's The Girl Who Could Fly. I skipped over a couple things. And then Friday, there is the vocab lesson 8 quiz. It is on quizzes. And remember, the mobile link is if you're using a tablet like an iPad, or if you're using a phone, whether it's a iPhone or Android phone. The web link is what you use if you're on a computer or a Chromebook. So depending on what type of device you're using, that will determine which link you use. Now, here are, as it says, required Zoom meetings per class schedule. So these are not optional. You should find time in your schedule to attend these. And I have sent out to, if you are in 6A, which means you used to attend in-person classes on Wednesdays, you will have an invitation for you here. And if you are in 6B, then you will be receiving this. So on Wednesday, you each have a link with the time, as well as for Friday, there's also time scheduled for the Zoom meetings. So let's see if I have covered everything in here. So vocabulary 8E, the Common Lit articles, The Girl Who Could Fly, vocab, and Zoom meetings. So that is what we have going on for the week of January 11th through the 15th. Again, everything is going to post on Monday, the 11th, and everything is due, as it says, due Friday the 15th. The only difference is the vocab quiz, which won't be posted until Wednesday. So if you have any questions, as usual, you can get a hold of me through email or through a private comment on the particular assignment. Look forward to seeing you all on Zoom on Wednesday.